I think like everyone got the mails, like who not registered or added to the calendars, automatically you're getting a mail, right? To join.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Fine. So let us start with this. Okay. I hope am I audible for everyone, isn't it? Okay, fine, guys. So see here. So what we are gonna discuss is okay. So we are planning uh, okay to build. Okay, so our ultimate goal is to what? Build. So what we are gonna build here? Just make this okay. Okay, so build first. We are going to build like Swiggy or any food app. Okay, architecture I'm going to explain. Okay, first how an architecture is going to be. So what and all the component it is going to be included and how we are going to segregate each and every component. Along with that, okay, so I'll be explaining you about the structure, how we are going to build it. Okay, so let me go with that. Okay, so first, see, let us understand. See, whatever the app we are going to build it. Okay, so every app requires, as I told you, these and all apps requires one database. Okay, so it requires some other services. Fine. So along with that, it requires UI. Fine. So these all three things are required. Okay. So, but what I'll tell you is, so here, see, UI in the sense we are not using HTML. Okay. So we are not using that. Just we are going to use CLI. Okay. So command line interface in the sense, just we are going to go through the command lines and we can, okay, put like commands clear. So we're gonna put the commands one after another. Like so if you put that command, automatically the process is going to be running through background. Okay. So that is what we are going to build through CLI. Then we are going to have different services. And database, as you talk, for database, so we are going to communicate directly with what? SQLite. Okay, so we are going to communicate directly with SQLite. I will be establishing a connection with respect to SQLite and everything. I'm going to explain it. Okay, fine. So this is what, see, if you see here, total three layers are there. But trust me, so everything what we are going to build here is by using just Python. And we are going to build it by using just OOPS, I can say. Just OOPS concepts, we are going to use it. Clear? So nothing more than that. Okay, I'm not using any framework. The same things you can implement in a framework and you can build an application. I can say you that. Clear. So what and all the architecture I'm explaining, what and all the things am I explaining. Same thing what you can do is, so you can implement with respect to the frameworks. Suppose framework in the sense either it can be Flask or it can be Django or it can be anything. Just you should have to implement in the sense just you should have to connect HTML files there. Okay, and you should have to pass the data into the HTML files. That is what you need to do it. But apart from that, so whatever the things I'm going to explain you here, entirely I'll say you that it's completely related to one particular project, how you're going to build a project. Okay, how the structure need to be, what are all the things you need to carry and what are all the things you should not. I'm going to explain that. Got my point? So this is what, okay. So let us go first. Let us understand. Okay, so different kinds of things. What we are going to get it. Okay, so see, as I talked with respect to three different layers. See, so you will be having CLI. Okay, now you tell me CLI will be built by using Python only. In the sense, now this CLI, okay, so I'm going to build by using one particular file that is what main.py. So main.py in the sense what it does, so just like whenever you run this main.py, so it says that okay, welcome to this particular app. Then see if your particular thing you go with this. If you are particular, okay, another kind of user, assume that if you're admin, you go with one flow. Okay, so if you are a customer, you press two. Then it asks you a login. So these all things are going to carry it in what? Main.py. Then this main.py will be connected with different service layers. Okay, so it is going to be connected with the different service layers. So if I talk about service layers, so with respect to our architecture, we are going to have a different service layers. Okay, so those all things I'm going to explain. Okay, we don't have any problem with that. So I'm going to explain that different service layers. Just give me a minute. How do I need to add them? Just give me a minute. Done. Okay, fine. So this is what you are gonna have a service layer. Service layer in the sense, so you will be having different services. Just an example, if I talk, okay, so you will be having user service, or you will be having food service. Okay, so you will be having restaurant service. Okay, so you'll be having different service layers. In the sense, they are going to do some other okay operations behind the things, behind the hood. Now, if I talk about the next one, so we are going to have another layer, right? Now, this layer we call it as database. Now, you see, directly we will never talk with this database directly. Okay, it is not going to happen. So what you are going to do is, okay, for this database only, we are going to generate another okay layer. Now that layer will be what our database layer. Okay, so I'll be creating another file for database communication so that all the instructions, okay, what and all the things are there, we are going to dump there. Clear? So here we'll be having different okay functions, classes, and everything. Okay, those all things I'll explain you what all things we are going to carry and everything. Okay, now see, I want to show you an architecture now. So yeah, this is the real architecture which we are following. Okay, I hope it's visible. Yes, you can see here. Fine. Okay, see here. Now, these are all different classes actually. Okay, you can see here. First, we are having main. So main is nothing but you can see this is the main. This is nothing but our entry point for an okay application. Now this is the entry. Now you see here. Now main is connected to which service now? Auth service. You can see this. It is connected to what? Auth service. Auth service in the sense, so either you are going to log in or you are going to what? Register. Those all things you are going to do it. Either you are going to log in or you are going to register. Clear? Now you see here this auth service is connected with one table. You can see this particular line. Okay, you can see this right. You can see this particular line. Okay, which is going. It is connected for the class. Okay, one of the class which has been okay. So now that class is nothing but abstract. Okay, that particular kind of a class is an abstract class where we are having this kind of fields. Okay, as well as it is having some functionalities. Fine. So what it does, so it is connected to that class. That's all. But see here, now this auth service is actually connected with what? SQLite database. It's nothing but the connection has been established with respect to SQLite. Now you can see here, here you can see some variables like connection, cursor. Then you can see these all functions execute, insert, fetch one, fetch all, update, delete, create tables. Okay. So these all functions clear which are going to perform the task related to your DB. Clear. They will be performing a task related to what? Your DB. So the same way you see here with respect to the restaurant. Now you see this restaurant is there, no? Admin is there, right? Then if I talk customer, okay, then if I talk cart, If I talk food, then if I talk, okay, order. Now you see what and all the things I have ticked here. Everything, okay, everything are tables actually. Okay, so I can say those and all what tables, or we in general in development we call them as what models exactly. Everything, what and all the things I have shown, like ticked above, you can see these all are models. In the sense, models in the sense, just I can say those and all some classes actually. Clear, those and all classes. So I can say, see, restaurant is a class which holds ID, name, and location along with what display menu. Okay, so I can say admin is also one of the class which holds add restaurant, remove restaurant, add food, update food, delete food, and view orders. Clear? The next, if I come with respect to another class, there is another class called customer. Now, customer is also having some functionalities. Okay, so there is another class called what? Cart. Now, which is having or which is going to hold something. Clear? Then we are going to have another class called what? Order. Then we are going to have another class called what? Food. Now you see what and all the things I have, okay, corrected, right? So whatever the things I am pointing, those and all nothing but just those and all classes, or I can say models, which we are using. Okay. Now based on them only, what we will do is by using this SQL database class, we are going to create the table. Clear? So we are going to create what? Tables into the database. Fine. And also anyone is going to register, they can use these particular objects of this particular classes and they can register, they can create themselves. Okay, so that will be stored into what your database. So I'm going to show you that how actually it works and everything. Okay, this is what an architecture thing is. Okay, see, still we are having like card service. Okay, you can see here two different services. What is that? Card service and order service. Okay, you can see this. Fine. So this is what we are going to cover. Okay, so I'll explain you code wise also how we are going to build a code. Okay, so how folder structure we are going to carry, what structure we are going to implement, and everything I'm going to tell you. Okay, so that is what. And see here, I want you to understand. Okay, so we are going to build complete practical things. We are not going to, okay, just cover theoretical. So how much ever it is possible, I'm going to explaining you all the things. Okay, so and also I'll be sharing you at the end a PDF which contains everything related to this particular project. Okay, yes, entire source code as well as complete diagrams with respect to this. I'll be sharing you. Got my point? Yeah.
So,
Okay, super. So I think you guys understood this. Guys, one more thing, who all joined today. So yesterday also I was having one session. I have conducted one session. Okay, so do one thing. You can just drop messages. I can see. Okay, I am having two different screens. One is for display. One need to chat with you. Clear. So that's what. You can drop messages. Clear. I can see those and all messages here, and I can talk. Okay. Even I want interaction sessions. Okay. So what and all the things we are going to do it. I want somewhat interaction. Done. Okay, fine. This is what, okay. So let me go with another PDF. So let me show you. This is what document which I have prepared. Clear? So fine. This is what we are gonna discuss here. Okay, so what actually we're going to discuss is, so what actually we are building. Okay, so how actually the class diagram. Okay, class diagram in the sense what? Class diagram is nothing but, okay, what your class consists of. Okay, what and all the things you are going to store with respect to the classes, that is what, and how your project structure looks, and as well as system architecture. Then we are going to discuss about, okay, so oops design, how we are going to, okay, implement that. So the next thing is like we are going to discuss about database schema, what and all the things we are going to include. Same, nothing is there. Just these are all different flows we are going to follow. Okay. So this is what, okay. So and one more thing is, Okay, so this is what a PDF which I've prepared. Okay, so I'll be sharing you. Don't worry. Clear, no hurry, everything. See, everything is mentioned here. Okay, so see, so what actually we are going to build is, it has clearly mentioned, it's a command line food delivery system. Okay, command line in the sense we are not going with UI, just we are going with the same Python code itself, where you will be asked, okay, to enter one button, two button, like just like your old keypad phones, right? If you want to do something, you should have to press a button. The same way. Okay, so we are going to achieve that. Clear? You can go through this. Okay, so see, two kinds of user we are going to have it. One is admin, another one is what? Customer. Both chase a common. Yes, exactly. I'll tell you that architecture also. Same, see here. So the original class diagram, how your class diagram looks. Okay, so class diagram is nothing but what is your class consist of. Okay, so what? Okay, if you want to create an object for a class, what and all the things it need to have. Okay, see, there is a class called user, but it is an abstract class. Abstract class in the sense we can't create an object for it. It's just a dummy class, but we are inheriting that class for an admin as well as for a customer. In the sense we are getting all those properties. Which properties we are gonna get it? We are gonna get ID, we are gonna get name. See, these all properties, name, username, and password, role, and we are having some functionalities, dashboard and check password. Okay, so these all things we are inheriting. Actually, it's a mistake. Okay, a diagram like particular flow mistake it is. So we are going to inherit for a admin, and also we are going to inherit for what? Customer. In the sense they are also going to get it. Okay, so now admin will have some other features. Those are nothing but what? Add restaurant, add food, view orders, dashboard. If I talk about customer will have some other features like add to cart, view cart, place order, view order, as well as what? Dashboard. He can see a dashboard. These all things which are going to come into admin as well as what? Customer things. So if I talk about independent classes, so we are going to have some different independent classes. Those are nothing but restaurant, food, cart, and order. Okay, so these are all independent classes, but they are linked with each other. Now, in the sense, now food is linked with cart. You can see here. Okay, cart is also linked with order. That is what. Clear? That is how they are linked with each other. Clear? Fine. So this is what the table structure, like particular folder structure. Okay, how we are going to build it and everything. Okay, so let us go with that and let us build it. So let me share you or let us do one thing. First, let me open terminal. Okay, fine, no problem at all. Oh, it's a bit lagging. So now what I'll do is, okay, so let us open terminal. Okay, it's using, but let us create a new one, right? Yeah, okay, it's so much of lagging. Fine. Okay, so now what I'll do, I'll create one new folder. So let me get, so I'm into, you can see the base folder. So what I'll do, I'll go with desktop. Okay, so let us go with desktop. Caps lock. Okay, cd desktop. Done. Then, so what I'll do, I'll create one folder. Okay. So, mkd. Okay, I can say Python or I can say food project. Done. So let us go ls. So you can see food project. There is a folder. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump into that. So let us make cd food. Okay, project done. So let us open this into VS Code code space dot. Yeah, so VS Code is not opened. No. Okay, so let it be. It's not open in the sense we'll open it once again. Okay, so this is what which has been opened. Clear? Fine. Okay, so now what I'll do is I'll create one base container, base folder I'm going to create first. Okay. Uh, yeah. So this is what. So I can say Swiggy or let us say, okay, so whatever it may be. So this is the base container, Swiggy app. Okay, so in this, so what I'll do is I'll first create one file. Okay, so see here we'll be having different kinds of files. So what I'll be doing, I'll be creating one particular file first. So now that particular file will be our okay config file, configuration file. So what I'll do, I'll create one particular file, config.py. You can see this config.py. Okay, so now you see, sir, and you don't need to get confused. You'll be having a question, what exactly it is config.py is. Simple. So it's just a dummy Python file which I have created for configurations. Now what I'm going to set up all the configurations, I'll let you know first. So what I'll do is first I'm going to import OS. Okay, you know about OS. OS is a module. Okay, so in Python we are going to get it. So I'm using that module. Okay, so just I told that import module. So why actually I'm using that? Okay, I'll tell you. So I'm using that to build the paths first. Okay, I want to build the paths. That's the reason I'm using that particular OS. Fine. Now, what I want to do is, okay, so I want to first let us set up a path. Okay, so I want to set up all the paths. Okay, so I say base clear dir is nothing but a variable which I'm creating. For this, I want to set up. Okay, first let us get the path of this file first. In the sense, path of this particular config.py. To get it, okay, os dot I can say path. Okay, os dot path, or you can say os dot path. Let us use os dot apps path will not get. Okay, os dot path dot. So let us say apps path. Okay, so apps path is nothing but an absolute path. So where I'm going to provide double underscore file. Now you will be a bit worried. So what exactly you are using? So I want to show you this. See here. Now let me close this, not as required. Fine, you can see this is what the code I have written. Let me print and show you. So just I want to print. See this base directory. So what exactly I have done it, and let us run the code. You can see here. Fine. Yeah, I got it. You can see this is exactly what I got it now. Clear? So you can see this is the result. Okay. So this is the result what I got. In the sense, see, if you tell this particular OS is a module. In that we are using one variable. What is that variable? Path. In that we are using one function called what? Abs path is nothing but absolute path of what is this double underscore file in the sense. Now what is the current file here? Current file is nothing but config.py. Now that particular config.py is I want a path. So that's the reason what I've told. I told get me the absolute path. Okay, so that is what I done here. Now you tell me, so the base directory path in the sense I don't want absolute path. Rather than I want this Swiggy app folders path. Okay, so that's the reason I want its directories path. So now what I'll do, I will say, okay, so I'm going to wrap this os dot, okay, path dot get me the, I'll be telling dir name is nothing but directory name. That is what I'm doing now. Clear? Directory name of this particular path. Now, if I run this, base directory will be what your Swiggy app. So let us run it now. Okay, so you see here. So what is the path I got now? Swiggy app. That is what. Bit like it is. Yeah, guys, are you getting this? I think everyone got this right. Just you can comment, guys. Comment it off, please. Like you can drop a message. Yeah, you can drop a message. Clear. Now see what I got. I got a base directory path. Okay. Now here, now next, what I'll do is I want to create. Okay. So what exactly I want to create now? I want to create one database here. Okay. Database. If I want to create, so first let us create one folder for the database. So now what I'll be doing. Okay. So I can say DB, or I can say DB underscore folder underscore path. I'm creating another variable. Is nothing but it's a DB folder path. Clear? Now here what I'll do is, okay, so I am going to say os dot path dot, okay, join. So what I want to do is I want to join a base directory with, okay, database. I'm going to say this. Okay, this is what I told. Now what exactly it means now? What exactly it means? In the sense, so we are connecting this particular database. Okay, another path we are creating here. Now that path we are creating with a base directory path. In the sense, to the level of base directory. Okay, so inside this base directory, okay, inside this base directory, we are creating another path is nothing but database. Is nothing but Swiggy app slash database we are going to create. Okay, so let me print and show you this particular path now. You see, so let us print both. Okay, so I want to show you the base directory first. So after this, so let me show you print, okay, DB folder path. Clear? So let us run this. Now you see the difference now. You can see here. See, this is what we got a difference. Okay, the first one is nothing but the Swiggy app path. It is. Then next we have connected the database. Clear? That is what the folder path which I have created now. Okay, that is what a DB folder path. Done. And don't get confused. It's so damn easy to understand. Okay, fine. So let us see now what happened. We have created the base directory and we are having DB folder path, but still our file path is not created. Clear? Still our path. Okay, DB path is not done. Database path is not done. Now how to create it? Just you can say DB underscore. So let us create another path. Path is equals to, I'll be telling os dot. Now this time path dot join. Now this time I'm going to say it. What I'm going to say now, DB folder path, comma. So I'm going to say it Swiggy, okay, dot DB. I'm connecting. This is what I'm doing it. Clear? So we are telling that Swiggy dot DB is nothing but is just going to be created inside this DB folder path. Okay, that is what actually we are going to do it. Yeah. I hope you understood. Just comment it up, please. Yeah, hope you're understanding, right? Just I can't see the messages here.
Yes, I understand.
Okay. Fine. So this is what you have done it. Okay. So this is what one of the config.py file. So which is having configurations. Okay. Next thing. Now what I'll do, I will create another file. Okay. So this file. Okay. This file particularly, I can say this file deals with communication with respect to the database. In the sense, now this file is responsible to talk with what your database. Clear? Now to create that, so what I'll be doing, I'll be using database.py. Okay, so we have created another file now. What is the file we have created? Database.py. So this is the file. What it does is so it is gonna communicate with your database. So what I'm going to say now, what I'm going to do first, I'm going to import that config. So first I'm going to import that config. Okay, so I require those all configurations here. Clear? So in the sense I'm getting this config, particular thing here because I want them. Okay, what are the things I have created there? Those all things I want here. So that's the reason I told import the config. Now after importing config, so what we are gonna do it? Okay, so we are going to import uh, OS also. So I can say import OS because I want to establish the connection once again here with respect to the uh, like folder wise or with respect to the database and everything. Then what I'll do, I will import this time SQLite 3 module. Okay, so see three things we're importing. Config is nothing but the file which I have created. OS is nothing but a default. Okay, it's a one of the package which will help us to create folders, paths, and everything. And I am using another package. What is that? SQLite 3. Now, what is the use of this package? This will help us to create a database, communicate with it. Clear? Now, what I'll do is so after creating this, done. After this, so what I'll do, I'll create a class. Okay. Now, what is the class name I'm going to put? I'm going to put SQ. Okay, light I can say or SQLite database. This is what I'm going to put it. Clear? What exactly I'm putting? I'm putting SQLite database. In the sense I want to create a particular database. Okay, so now see whenever you create an object for this particular thing, so you required see object creation is nothing but invoking of a constructor. So that's the reason what I want to do. I want to put one constructor. That constructor is nothing but init in Python, isn't it? So what I'll do, I will say double underscore init double underscore. Then after this, now see, if I leave it as empty, it's a dummy class now. There is no use of SQLite database. So there is no use of what your SQLite this particular class. Okay, so why it is no use? Because we don't have anything here. So that's the reason. So what I'll be doing, I'll be establishing some things, for it. So what I'll do first, okay, I want to check, whether we are having a database created or a file, DB file created inside our folder or not. That is what I want to check it first. Okay, to check it, see, two things we are going to do it here. First, we are going to check it whether it is created or not. If it is not created, we need to create it. That is what we are going to do it. So to do that, so what I'll be doing, os dot make directories. I'm going to use this os dot make directories is nothing but it is going to create. Okay, that is what os dot make directories. So what I'm going to say of config. So this particular config, in that config dot so we have created one folder path of the database, right? Clear. So that is what I'm going to use it. Clear. So I'm telling that, so please make a directory of this particular folder path. Okay. Along with that, I will say is exist or something. Let us have exist. Okay, is equals to true. I'm going to put this an argument. So what it does, it will check whether this particular thing is available or not. If it is available, don't create. If it is not available, you create. That is what the thing which is doing here. In the sense you create the directories of this particular path. That is what the meaning of it, of this particular path. If it does not exist, if it is exist, you leave it. That is what you are told it. Got my point, guys? Here. Okay, listen, very important it is. Make directories. Clear. Make directories is it's a function. What it does, for this given path, it creates a directory if it does not exist. If it exists, it will not create. Okay, that is the use. Fine. So this is what we are doing, and let us add a comment. So what actually it does? So I'm going to explain it. So what it does, creates, I can say DB. So what DB folder? I can say if it doesn't exist. Clear. If it doesn't exist, it creates. If it exists, it won't create. That is what. Fine. So let us go with the next now. Next thing is, okay, so next, see, we are telling that it is going to be in a database object, right? So what you are going to do is, to do that, so what I'll do, I am going to, okay, create something self dot, okay, connection. I'm creating one variable, okay? So if you observe carefully here, if you observe, so let me show you an architecture either in this file or in this design document. Okay. Now you see, this is the table which I'm creating, right? Uh, like, let me show you. It's not visible, isn't it? Mm, so let us get that back where it is. Sorry, just give me a minute. Yeah, you got this screen right. Okay, you can see this. Fine, you can see this, no? So what is there? This is the table actually. SQLite database is a table. Now you see in this table, we are having two variables. One is connection variable, another one is what? Cursor variable, which we are going to create here once again. Okay. So what we are going to do is, so connection we are creating. Now connection. What connection need to store now? Okay. So for that connection, so I'll be using this SQLite 3. Clear. For that connection, what I'm going to do, I'm going to use that what? SQLite 3. So here, what you are going to put? Okay, so we can say SQLite 3. Okay, dot. Okay, SQLite 3 dot connect. There is a function. What is the function name? Connect. Clear. This is a SQLite 3 is a module. In that you can see here also it has mentioned. Okay, test.db will be created or opened something like. Now this is the function which will help us to create one database file. Okay, so now, so what I want is, I want to create a file with a name. So what is the name? So I can say, okay, name is nothing but here we have given no db path particular path. That is what I want to use it. So here I'm going to say, get me from config dot db config dot I can say db path. This is what I'm telling. In the sense, please do connect with respect to that particular file which you are going to be created. Okay, so this particular file we are creating, no, swiggy.db we are creating. Okay, this particular file. So I want to tell that you need to connect. Okay, first let me show you what exactly db path is going to be. See db path, you see just see an example. db path, if I run this, okay, now you see it is giving me a okay file path exactly the path db path. It is giving me a container things. So that is what I am doing here. In the sense, I told connect to that particular swiggy.db. Clear, swiggy.db you connect it. That is what I told. Now that will be stored as what? Connection. Clear. So that is what. So I can say this particular line. Yeah, this particular line. So what it does? Okay, so it's I can say create connection. In the sense we are building a connection with respect to whom now? DB. Got it? So we are building a connection with respect to what? DB. That is what we are going to do it. Now after building a connection, the next thing. The next thing is okay. So the next thing is nothing but as I shown you previously, you can see. So we need to have another variable called what? Cursor. So what is this cursor does? Cursor is nothing but like your pen, wherever you like. If you want to do something in the sense, always you need to have a pen to write it something. The same way, cursor is used to do operation with respect to what your database. Okay, so connection is built. Still, we are not going to do any operations. To do those null operations, we need to use what? Cursor. So to set up a cursor, so I'll be using self dot. Okay, I can say cursor. You can use directly self dot what cursor is equals to, so is equals to, now what do you want to use now? SQLite 3 dot, okay, connection dot. So here we are going to have what? Cursor function. Now this particular function we need to call it. Clear? So now see, from SQLite 3 we got this particular cursor function, just we stored to our variable. Clear? These two variables we are supposed to do it. And along with this, okay, so we need to have another variables also. Clear? Now what is exactly our cursor does? Okay, we need to know that. So what cursor does? Cursor is nothing but, okay, I can say it is used to do operations. Clear? So what it does, it is used to do what? Operations with respect to DB. That's what done with respect to what? Cursor. Next, so let us discuss next thing. Okay. The next thing is cursor is done. Now, fine. As of now, this much is enough. Okay. So let us go with next. Okay. So this is what one function. Which is the function now? Init is nothing but whenever you create an object for database. So what it does? Okay. So first it checks whether the file is exist or not. Okay. If it exists, so then what it does? It will connect to that particular file. Then we are creating one cursor object. Understood? These are all things we are building. Okay, so let us try this. Okay, so now what I'll do, I'll create another file here. So file name will be test.py. I'm creating another file. Okay, file name is test.py. So what I'll do from so database. Okay, from database I can say import import. So SQLite. Okay, database I want to import. So let us say DB is equals to, I'll be giving SQLite database object I'm going to create. So I want to test it whether it is going to create or not. So if it creates, I can say connection has been established. I can say connection has been, and I can show you in the folder also. Okay, established. You can see it. Okay, so let us run this particular file. Okay, so now we got an error. Unbound cursor methods needs an argument. Exactly. So it is telling. So cursor needs unbound method. Okay, so SQLite 3 connection dot cursor. Let us go and check out. Okay, so what exactly it is giving. Okay, so yeah, here the mistake is. So connections C should be lowercase because so here we don't need to get it from SQLite 3. We need to get from current connection only. Okay, self dot connection. Now this object's cursor we need to create. Fine, done. Let us run it and check out. Yeah, now you see connection has been established. Now observe here carefully in the folder. You can see the path here, right? See, there is a folder created called database. In that there is a file swiggy.db. See, this is what which has been created, which is currently empty. I know that it's currently what? Empty, but it has created. Clear? You can see this, which is currently empty, which has been created. I can say you that. Okay, fine. See, you can see it has been created, but it is empty. Exactly, need to be empty. And many of you don't get confused if you're not seeing this particular file in this icon in the sense you should have to install one extension that is nothing but SQLite viewer. Okay, so you can go with the here extension. You can go with SQLite viewer. This is what an extension you can install. Then automatically you can get that icon. Okay, fine. Okay, we are creating that. Now every time, see, every time you run this. What happens? You tell me every time you run it. So what it does? Okay, it comes to this init. Okay, so it checks whether that exists. Yes, it exists. It will not create a new one. Clear? It is not creating a new one. It is using the old one. So what it does? Okay, if it exists, it will connect to that path. Okay, then it will be stored here. Now that object only whatever we are doing, we are using and we are building a cursor. Now next thing. So after this, what you want to do? We are going to execute it. Okay, so to do that execution, so I'll be creating another function. So I can say def execute function. I'm creating. Clear? Now you see, I need to carry an argument called what? Self as well as what? Query. In the sense, query execution. Clear? So you will be writing select star from EMP, right? Those all things we are going to do it here. Query. Along with that, we need to have another argument called what? Palms. So which will be a empty tuple as of now. Clear? So don't get confused what you mean by this. See, query. For that query, what and all the details are needed, that those and all details we are going to pass in the form of what? Palms. That is what. Okay. Now, fine. Okay, to execute anything, what I'll be doing, I'll be using this cursor. Okay, to use that cursor, now that is a variable, right? How to use it? So I'll be saying that self, okay, dot cursor dot in that cursor exactly. We're going to have one method. So see, in that we are having so many methods. You can see here. See, we are having connection, array size, close, execute. You see, execute many, fetch all, fetch many, fetch one. These are important. Okay, these all actually functions which we are going to do it. I hope you are getting this.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, please do comment. Okay, comment if you are understanding. Yes, right. See, so many things are there to be discussed. Okay, but this is what actually the flows which are going to carry in the industry. I'm going to explain that. Okay, fine. No issues. So let us continue. Isn't it, guys? How to reduce the size? This is also important. I don't know this all. Okay, fine. So now what I'll do, okay, so I'm going to say that in this cursor, okay, it comes from SQLite only. Okay, don't need to worry about it. Okay, from there we are using, no, from particular SQLite connect, we told that then we are getting that cursor from that particular object only. So in that we are going to have a function called what? Execute. Now what we are going to do, what and all the things you got it, you pass them, query as well as I'm going to say pass the palms. Done. So whatever you got it, you get them. After that, what you want to do? Self dot, I can say or self dot, I can say connection dot. So what you want to do is commit. Whenever you execute any query, okay, those queries will never be saved directly until you make it what? Commit. That is what proper transaction we are going to make it. Here we can give any commit. Okay, so you don't need to worry about it. Okay, so we can use this particular execute to do anything here. Okay, I'll show you. So what we are going to do is first we'll create one table. Then we are going to show you how actually the table is going to be created and everything. Now assume that. Okay. So def, I can say create uh, user underscore table. Fine. So what you are going to do is create user table. Now, okay, so I'm going to pass some things. I'm going to show you. Okay, so let us pass self. Okay, now to create a user table, so you should have to understand the structure of the table. So what are all the things user need to have? Okay, fine. So user need to have what are all the details user need to have. Okay, just I want to show you screen. Done. You can see. So these are all the things user need to have. What user need to have? ID, name, username, password, role. Clear? Those details need to be stored into one kind of a table. Okay. So to do that, so what I'll do, I'll write a one query. So first, okay, to create a table, we need to create one query. So I'll be telling query is equals to, so I'll be using docstring. because multiple lines it carries. Fine. Now you tell me, you know about SQL, right? Yeah, you forgot SQL. Guys, you know about SQL? You forgot or you know about SQL? Yeah, fine. Same. So what I'm going to do is, so I'm going to use SQL queries. Okay. Why this meet? It is not giving me show to. Hmm. You know a command to create a table, right? What is the command? Create table. What is the table? Command. Help me out. Create a table. Hmm. What is the thing? You're going to give a command, right? Create table, particular table name. So I can say create table if, okay, if not exist. In the sense, I'm telling that create a table if not exist. What is the table I'm going to create? I'm going to say that I'm going to create a user table. Got my point? In the sense, so we are going to run like query I'm giving. So what is the query I'm giving? Create a table if not exist. In the sense, if it is not present, you need to create a table. Okay. So that is what, okay. So I told create a table if not exists. Fine. So you can say what is the table name I told? User or users. You can go with the plural. Fine. Now here you can put the columns. What and all the columns you want, you can put all the columns. Now first column is what? ID. So ID data type is nothing but what? Integer. Fine. So it will be what? My primary key. So then afterwards, so what I told? Auto increment. Clear? So what I told? Auto increment. So auto increment in the sense, so I don't need to create it automatically. It need to be increased whenever you are pushing the records. So the next thing is I'm taking what? Name. Name. So what I'm going to say text and it will be what? My not null. Okay, constraint is nothing but what? Not null. The next, so according to that table we are having, so what we are having is username. So that is what? So I'm going to create a username. Username will be always what? Text. Okay, so and username will be always what? Unique. And it will be always what? Not null. That is what we are following. Fine. The next, so I'll be carrying another one. What is that? Password. Password is also what? Text, and it should not be null. That is what I'm giving. Not and null. Done. So these all things which we are going to carry. Clear? So now this is what I have given query. Okay, so what is the query we're having? Create table if not exist. What is the table name? Users, ID, name, username, and what? Password. Okay. So now what I'll do, this particular thing. Okay. So I am going to write, okay, so in the form of something like this. Now self dot, I'm going to use that execute function, whatever I have created. Now see, this is what the function we have created. No, execute. Now for that execute function, I am passing this complete query. So let us pass that complete query. So what I'll be doing, I'll be saying query is equals to the query which I have created. Now, hope you understood here. Yeah, understood here. What I have given. Okay, see, query is nothing but, so I'm creating table if not exist users. Okay, so I'm creating particular query. Now I told execute. Execute is nothing but the function which I have created for executing. Query is executing. To execute those null queries, I have created a function. Okay, so I pass this complete query to this now. So what it does, it will executes. In the sense, from internally, it will call to the SQLite's cursor. Okay, from there, it will execute with the palms if you're passing. Then after executing what it does, it commits. That is what it does. Okay, that is what we are following. Okay, so let us test that. Shall we test it? Clear. So we can test it. Okay, so how to do it? So see, DB connection is done. After DB connection, see which file I'm inside now? Test.py. Okay, so DB dot I can say. So what is the function I've created? Create user table, right? This is the function I'm going to execute. Clear? Now you see our database is completely in a clean state, which doesn't have anything. Now after executing this, let us see what happens now. Okay, now you see connection has been established and the database has been executed. Now you see, okay, you knew about this sequences is nothing but a different dummy table. Default it is be created. Now you see there is another table. What is the table now? Users. See, we have created a table. What is the table now? Users. Exactly. The same way we are going to create, okay, create users, create restaurant, create different tables. We are going to create it the same way. Yeah. Hope you understood this much. Nothing big you have written here. It's so simple commands which I used. Okay, so just I want to show you. Yeah, you can drop messages, please, guys. So I want to know that whether you are understanding, not understanding. Please let me comment it off. Yeah, comment it off, please. You can put a drop message and let's have an interaction session. It should not be one way. Please do follow that. Okay. I don't want to carry one way sessions. Please let us have an interaction session. Don't worry, guys. Your message won't be displayed. Okay. On the screen, it will not be displayed. You can drop anything here. Yeah. Done. Now, let us see. Okay, so now see one of the functionality is done. Now let us go with another one. So in the sense, I want to insert the data. Clear? So what I want to do is I want to insert the records into this table. Okay. So let us understand that. Okay. So to do it, so what I'll do, I'll go with def. I can go with what? Insert. Okay. So let us go with that. Def followed by. So I can go with what? Insert. Now this is what function which I'm creating. Another function. So what it carries now? It carries self followed by query. Okay. Then followed by palms. Is nothing but an arguments, extra arguments which you are supposed to pass. Done. Then what we are going to do? So we are going to say self dot, okay, cursor dot, okay, cursor dot execute. Clear? Self dot cursor dot what? Execute the query along with what? My palms, whatever the palms you are passing. Clear? So okay, fine. Done. So let me close until this. Not required as of now. Fine. Now let us, okay, insert this. After this, I can say, so if you are returning something or if you want to print something, you can print something. Otherwise, you can return empty also. Don't have any problem. I can say return row has been, I can say inserted. Clear? Row has been inserted. This is what the message I want to give it. Now let us test that. Now to test it, here the question comes. Now how we actually need to run it. Clear? How actually need to be run. Okay, to do that, so create user is done. Then afterwards, a db dot, I can say insert. Now here you need to pass a query. What do you want to do? You need to pass a query. Query is nothing but now the question comes. Okay, how actually the query need to be created? How actually need to be created? Now see, to do that, so here complete oops will come now into the picture. Okay, how in the sense I'm going to sort out in execute function why we have palms. Palms why it is there? I'll explain you now. What is use of palms? I'll explain you. The use of palms is, see, user table is having how many columns now? Three columns. You tell me whatever the tables we are going to create here, everything like every table will have same number of columns. No, right? From one table to another table. Okay. the structures are going to be changed. Same way. Now, if the structure is changing, okay, from 1 to 1 to 1 to 1, then how you can pass those arguments? Okay, those to pass those all argument values, we are having palms actually. That is the need. Okay, so I'll show you. Now, what I will do is I'll create another file. See, I'm creating another file. File name is nothing but models.py. Okay, models.py. Fine. Okay. So I'm creating another file called models.py. So actually we need to create some particular classes. That is what class. First I'm creating a user. Okay, so from I need to import from ABC import. I need to say what as what abstract base class. Okay, so that is what abstract base class. I need to have abstract methods also. Okay, so that thing we'll see it later. Okay, so next. Now this is inheriting from ABC. Okay, we are going to put abstract methods for this, no problem at all. We can say at the rate login required. Okay, so now here we need to put no. So I can say self. So let us create one constructor first. So def double underscore init double underscore. See, this is the use of your oops. Okay, and don't get okay confused where actually we are going to use oops. This is what how we are actually going to use the oops. Okay, so now how the connection builds. Now see how we are going to build a connection. Okay, whenever we are going to create an object for a user, understand this. Now this user object data we are going to get and we are going to give to the insert function, which is created inside what database.py. Okay, details we are going to get from this object and we are going to pass to what insert. Now that will be stored into what your database. That is how we are going to follow it. Got it? Yeah. Super guys, please do put chat input. Please do put something inside a chat. So I'll be getting somewhat messages. I'll be getting shush to do something. Okay. So init. So let us go with this. Init will take what now? Self. Then it takes ID. ID is required, not required because ID automatically increments, right? Okay, so ID not required. Then let us take a name. Yes, required. Then requires username, comma, then requires what? Password. Then requires what? Role. Role will be either admin or something we told, right? That is what. Okay. So now what we are going to do it. So let us say self dot. Let us put okay self dot name. Okay, self dot name. Let us have ID also, but ID is use no use. So that's the reason self dot name is equals to what I'm going to say name self dot. So let us put username. Self dot username is equals to username. The next self dot password will be so I'm going to say it as a password. Then self dot role will be okay the role. Clear? This is what now. What I'm going to do it. Now we have done this much. Clear? So done. Okay, so after this, okay, so let us think of this database. We are having insert function. Now that insert function will take your query and palms. Okay, it is going to execute. Clear? Okay, so to do that, uh, fine. So here only we need to put it. Okay, so actually we required another thing. Okay, so I can say save to DB or better we can do it here. Done, we can do it here itself. So fine. Okay, so what we want now? We want to store into the database, right? So we need to pass this. Okay, so we need to have a query. Fine. Okay, so def. Okay, so I can say def store to DB. Done. Store to DB. Okay, so store to DB. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to say self. That's all. Okay, so then what we are going to follow here? So we need to follow a query once again. So what is a query? Query is equals to. Okay, so what is that query? We need to follow that now. Insert into, right? No, right. That is what the query actually you need to follow, isn't it? So that's what. Okay. Now, do we have anything here? Let us check with this. Oh, models, which has been uh, move inside a Swiggy app. Okay, so something we need to move inside a Swiggy app. Fine. Okay, so let us do one thing. So let us say insert into. So what is the table name? Users, exactly. A table name what you have created is what? Users, isn't it? So here we need to have what we need to have now name. Then I can say username. Then I can say password. Then I can say role. Okay, so these all things we need to carry. Clear? Now along with that, so what you want to do? Values we need to pass. Correct or not? We need to pass the values. So let us go with multi-lines because I need to show you completely. Fine. This is what. Okay, so insert into. Okay, these particular columns. Then I can say values. Values will be so I'll not be passing values. I'll be putting question marks here. One question mark, two question mark, three question mark, and four. Done. So this is what I told. Okay, so this is what. Okay, so then instead of that question marks, we can put query also. We don't have any problem. Okay, so we can follow that. Okay, done. So this is a query. Now, so what I want to do is, so I want to execute this. Okay, to execute, once again, we need to call that insert function, which you have created here, right? So what I'll be doing from, okay, so where database, I can say import from database only we can take it, no problem at all. Now here, so I can say database. So what is that? Import, sorry. So let us say import database. Just let us give a command. What I'm going to say database dot. Okay, SQL database we have created on an object, right? Okay, so from database.sql database. So it will be hazardous to us. Fine, no problem. We can use this dot. Okay, so we can call a function. What is the function now? Insert. Now for this insert, we need to pass arguments. What is that? Query is the first argument. Okay, query is the first argument. Then second is a tuple, right? Now that tuple I'm going to use it here. So what is the tuple I'm going to use now? Self dot see here. I'm using self dot name, comma self dot what is that? Username, comma self dot password, comma. Then I'm going to say self dot role. Fine. This is what the query. Okay, so what happens now? This insert will execute automatically. It will be called here. Okay, so it calls execute function. Now execute functions will commit. Okay, fine, no problem at all. Everything works fine now. Done. Yeah. So let us go and test it here. Okay, so to test, create DB is done. Insert, we don't need to call here. Create table is required. Okay, so let us do one thing. So let us create an object for users. As of now, can we create an object for users? No. Okay, so we can't create because we told it as ABC. So let us do one thing. So I'm not going to inherit. Okay, so I want to show you a dummy example. Done. So let us go here. So let us create an object. So user1 is equals to user. So user we want in the sense we need to inherit. So first we need to get it from models import. So what I want to import now? User. So I am going to show you user. So where name is equals to I can say James, comma. So next username is equals to James itself, James1. Then let us say password. Password is equals to 1234. So let us put role is equals to admin. Okay. So this is what we are doing. Clear? Now, so what I want to do is, okay, so this creates an object. After creating an object, okay, so let us run this. Okay, so I can say object is created. So let us print this object and let us check it. So let us say user one and let us run it. Okay, okay, fine. Yeah, so you can see the object address we are getting. Same. So what I'll do is, so after that, so I can say user one dot store to DB. I'm going to call it. Clear? So user one dot store to DB. So let us run it. Yeah, so whenever I run it, okay, we got an error. Table users has no column named row. Yeah, is it? Let us go. Okay, users we have not mentioned role, right? When? Oh, we are not mentioned here. Okay, so let us. Okay, so now we can't do anything. We can't delete. Like if you want to do it in the sense, once again you need to delete. As of now, let us give it as empty. So here, so total how many are there? One. Here it's a mistake once again. Self C number of arguments are also not matching. Two, three, fourth one is not required. This is also not required. As of now, let us leave it as empty. Done. Now this time, let us run it and check out. Name. Okay, fine. Okay. Table has query pumps. Execute. Let us go with models. Okay, here the problem is. Role. Fine. Let us run it and let us check it this time. Yeah, establish the connection. Go to the table, refresh. Why it is not inserted? Maybe problem with respect to, yeah, that's what problem. Let us go and check out. So connection has been established is okay. Insert, okay, insert we are calling. Fine, no problem at all. Okay, query we are passing name, self username. Okay, so probably the problem with this. Okay, what might be the problem? Connection has been established is okay. In the sense everything is working fine. But if it is inserted, then we are supposed to get a message, right? Return something. Okay, so let us see that. So let us see print. Maybe probably the problem with respect to DB also. That may be the case. We are going to get it. Yes, connection has been established, but it is giving me none. Okay, so in the sense, okay, it is not calling it. Fine, insert I told, query we are passing, right? Database dot. Okay, so fine, let us check with this. It need to execute, right? Okay, so after executing, row has been inserted, we need to get it. But are you getting that? No. What we are getting? Yeah, we are getting none. So let us see, return whatever you got. Okay, you just return this particular thing. Okay, so let us see this. So whatever we are going to get it here, so I want to return the same thing. So let us check with this time. At least this time we are going to get it. Fine. So I want to execute this, right? Yeah, row has been inserted. Yeah, row has been inserted. Exactly. Problem with respect to users is correct. The table may be the connection we are building. Okay. Probably multiple times we build it. Okay, that may be the case. Fine. So let us do one thing. Okay, so I'm not going to put this here. Okay, so let us go and put it here itself. Okay, so let us do one thing. So let us put it here. So store to DB instead of that. Okay, so let us give complete. Okay, function here. Store self is not required. Okay, I'm going to say store to DB. So this is not at all required. Okay, so I'm going to say DB dot. Fine, DB dot insert. This self is not required. So we need to replace it with, so what is that? User one dot name, comma, user one dot. So I can say, what is the second value? Username, comma, user one dot password. Done. So these things we are expecting. Fine. So let us say I want to call this. Okay. So user one I told no. This is I will say it as user because I'm going to create another thing and this sense I'll be passing here as an user. Okay, fine. Now let us say store to DB, store to DB user is equals to, I'm going to pass it as user one. It may be caching problem also I want to get. Now connection has been established. Okay, fine. If I print this, so let us check this. Print this and check out. Row has been generated, but yeah, we need to do something changes. Fine. So let us do some changes here. Changes will be config. I'll say Swiggy 1 DB. Let us try with this. Okay, so I changed something path. Okay, fine. Let us run it. Row has been inserted. We got a new table. No, data has been not created. Probably because of this ID. But we are not getting error also, right? Yeah, fine. Maybe the problem with respect to what? ID. We are not getting that. What might be the problem? Other problem. Database files are correct, isn't it? This is also correct. configuration, whatever we have done it correct. So I can say, let us debug, to debug it. Okay, table you see, four columns only we're having. Yeah, probably issue with commits. Commit anyhow it is doing, no? So let us check with once again. Self dot connection dot commit. Okay, so we are calling this execute. Execute is calling, then self dot connection dot commit. We are doing it. Yeah, we are exactly doing that. Mouse is not working. Let us check with this now. Test.py, the row has been inserted. Let us check. Mouse. Yeah, now it is created. Okay, okay. The problem was with respect to the commit. Okay, exactly. The problem was with respect to commit. Commit was not loading. Clear? So it's working fine now. We can insert number of records. How many records are required? So why we exactly we require it? Execute self. What I told. Okay, fine. It's a mistake, guys. No one has observed. What is the mistake you tell me? The mistake is I'm calling cursor.execute method. I should not call cursor.execute. Rather than I need to call directly self.execute. The commit will be called directly. Yeah, now you don't require this line. Clear. You can create another object. So I can say I'll be removing this. Okay, now it creates. Simply we are troubling out what has happened, what has happened. Okay, so we can keep the same DB. Then you can create another object. Okay, so let us see. This is the user one. Okay, if you want to create, you can create another user also. Okay, so same. Suppose assume that I want to create another user. Copy. Same thing. I want to paste it. Paste. I can say user two. Okay, so James 123. Let it be like this should be not same. Okay, so let us say print. So I'll be calling this store2db. So I will be passing user this time. User as what? User 2. Fine. So I don't want to call this once again. Okay. So let us comment it. Clear. If you call it once again, it will be executing. Done. Now row has been inserted. Let us check with Swiggy DB. Yeah, this is one new one, right? See, one user has been created. You see, this is what created now. I hope you understood this. Yeah, guys. Yeah. Hmm. So this is how actually the things are built. Okay. So now, see, there are so many things to be done. So this is what an introduction. Okay, so now what I want you to do is, see, I'll be sharing you a PDF. Getting my point? Where source code is completely available. Okay, so what you want to do is you should have to go through that PDF. Okay, so let me show you. I'll be showing you. Don't need to worry. Just okay. Let us move here. Yes, you can see this. Sorry, connection is so fast. Done. See, you can see this, right? Okay, so this is what I'm going to share you. Clear? Entire things is all are available here. So with the source code, in the sense, what we are going to build, how we are going to build and everything. See, this is what we are having. Okay, you can see project structure. How our project structure looks like. Food app, then main.py, it's an entry point. Then models.py, then we are having what? Services.py, then we're having database.py, utils.py, config.py, and database. See, in that we are having a table. Clear? So we are running this. Now you see this is an architecture. So architecture is nothing but how your system works. So see, main.py is an entry point. Okay, it is an entry point in the sense you should have to run main.py file. Now that is going to connect auth service for authentication is nothing but for login, logout and everything. So we are having a restaurant service, okay, which will help us to get the restaurant details and everything. See, food service are also we are going to have, which help us to get the food services. Then we are having a cart service, which will help us to get the cart things, order service. Now you see, everything is going to be connected with what? Your database. Observe there. Then it is connected with what? Food app DB. Clear? Understood this? Okay. So the next thing is you can see this is what our class relational ship model. So in the sense, oops, designed to build our different classes. Okay. So we're having user class, admin, and everything as previously I've shown you. Okay. So here the relation has been given completely, which and all the concepts we are using. See here, admin, customer, both is a user in the sense it is an inheritance concept, is a relation we are using. Okay. See, restaurant has many food is nothing but has a relation. Clear? So that also has been implemented. See, customer owns a cart. One is to one conceptually is nothing but you are giving one is to one particular connection, one to one. Okay. And order contains food. Food contains order. That is what? Many to many. Okay. See, these connections are important. One to one, many to one, or many to one to many. That is what foreign key. Clear? So now you see database schema diagrams, how actually they are connected and everything. Got my point? You can see this, right? Okay, so yes, this is what you see. Config.py file. The source code has been mentioned here. You can see here config.py import OS, path of that particular database, food app, everything. It's written in one file. See, role admin is admin, role customer is what? Customer. Clear? See here, one more hint has been given. So exercise, add a max cart quantity. In the sense, maximum cart quantity as 10, constant here. Then we can use it in what? Cart service dot add to cart functionality. Clear? So this is what, and you see utils.py. Okay, so utils.py is nothing but which is going to help us to maintain the sessions. In the sense, multiple users are there. In the sense, with respect to one user, one session, we are going to run it. That is what, keep a track of a single currently logged in user for the running program. Understood? Okay, actually it is not required, but I done with respect to industry standards. Clear? See, it's completely related to industry standards. It's not just take a class, put to do something. No, we are implementing, okay, how exactly your real application is going to work. The same way I have given it. Done. So how it connects to the models and everything it is explained. You see, here some of the questions are there. Why you use a class methods plus class attribute instead of creating a session instance? You can see there. Okay, so there are so many things you can go through this. And next, see database related things. As I told you, there are complete code has been given here. You can see. Okay, you can go with the code, guys. See, everything can't be covered in 2 hours of class. You know that, right? Okay, everything it is not at all possible. It's your responsibility to go everything and do it yourself. Okay, so everything, questions and everything I've added, okay, with respect to all things. See, models, you can see here, this is what, why actually models are required. See, and also each concept is used here, okay. See, here we are doing, see, like user is a real abstract class, polymorphism we are using, encapsulation we are using. Full code has been given here. You can see this is the full code. See, admin user, customer user with the methods also. Okay. And services, you need to build it. See, next we are going to have services. See, these are the services which help us to give complete functionality. Getting my point? To give complete functionality in the sense, what and all different functionality we are going to use it. See, CR. Okay, so auth service is nothing but register. So register, okay, self.db.fetch. We are fetching that. Select ID from users where username is equals to question mark we are giving and we are fetching. That is what we are doing. Okay, so that's what. Fine. You can see this. This is what. I hope you understood this much. Okay, this is what the registration flow. How actually flow continues in your application. Okay, so how user does. So user selects a register, main.py collects username, password, or whatever it may be. Then auth service.register will be called. Then checks username uniqueness. Okay, SQLite database insert will be called. Okay, returns a new admin or customer object. This is how it does. And register, please login, it will ask. And login flow. You can see this is the login flow. So user enters username or password. Okay, so auth service dot login will be called. Fetch one users where username is equals to particular question mark. Then password matches. If matches, build a admin or a customer object. That is what. Then session dot login will be done. Then user dot dashboard will be called. Yeah, I hope you are getting this. Okay, just give me a minute. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to share this. Okay. Okay, so just in the chats. Guys, in the chats, I have shared your link. Check out, please. I got the link or not? Yeah. See, next something we are having. Next flow is there complete. See, each end-to-end flow have designed it. And not only designed, you are going to have source code also. Don't worry about it. See, you are going to have source code also. Yeah, done. Yeah. Hope you understood this session, guys. Please do comment. Please do. Yeah, any questions to be asked? Please go with the questions. Yeah, you can go with the questions. Don't have any problem. No one has any questions here. Sure. No one has any questions? Mm-mm-mm. I think it's helpful, right, guys? Please do comment uh, fast so we can wrap this. Yeah, that's what. No, so previously I dropped a message, okay, to conduct some things like I'm planning to do that, right? 5 students. Now you see, this is what the punctuality. Many of them, okay, are not at all serious. See, literally, this I dropped it regarding, okay, so this, see, you tell me, are we discussing about the lower components or basics things actually? You tell me. So these all architecture things are advanced.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so that's what. Now there, like, see, previously, like I posted something, I got so many comments. So comments like around 200 or 300 plus comments, like everyone is interested. Okay, but when time comes to implement, no one is going to do that. Only I can see hardly 13 people are attending here. 13 in that 13 mine too. 11. Only 11 were attending. That is the seriousness. Yeah, I agree they'll be busy with something, but need to, okay, have that dedication, right, to do something. Hope you got that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We understand.
Fine. So no issues with this. Okay, so please go through this documentation. It's really helpful. Okay. So with my experience, I have created this. Okay. So completely. So what all the things are required. I have other applications also. Okay. So like Django, I'm planning to do it. Big, big. I want to do it. Okay. Because I'm having complete flow of Django where like HTML will be there, CSS will be there. I can show you. Sir, YouTube classes. Hello, YouTube classes. I'm getting bored, kana, to be honest. Honestly, like, yeah, only few people have seriousness. I'm attending the class in office, sir. Yeah, that's what. Exactly. Only few people are gonna have. YouTube, Sidram, actually what happened, YouTube in the sense already I discussed yesterday regarding this. YouTube is just like one way. In the
ಅದು
sense,
ರಿವೈಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿರ್ತೀವಿ ಸರ್ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಹಂಗೆ ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಿದ್ವಿ.
yeah, you can go, but I am not getting interest to do those videos. Actually, I'm not getting that interest to teach. It's just
ಯಾ
like a one way. In the sense, I just need to explain through my way. So I'll never be getting communication.
ಸರಿ.
Fine. Is there anything, guys, you can ask me a questions regarding anything like, yeah, open speak, you can speak please openly, or you can just drop a message. Okay, text, you can drop it. Mm, 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 mm. I can help you out if it is possible. Mm, Class in Google Meet, sir. Uh, what you want to say? Class in Google Meet, in the sense, need to take a class in Google Meet. Yeah. Uh, Class in, okay, that's what. Rather than YouTube, so you want me to continue with the Google Meet. Like this only plan Django related topics. Oh yeah, we can plan it. Okay, guys, literally, I'll tell you, I have 10,000 followers, you know. To be honest, I'm having 10,000 followers. In that, interested are so less. To learn something, they are having less interest. But when I post a job related things in the sense, everyone will comment, I want, I want, I want. Okay. And so many things are there. Uh, yeah, I'm having one more idea. Will you complete this project or we need to do by our own by referring PDF? Yes, Nagesh, so you do it, okay? See,
Yes, sir.
why? Because why I want you to do is if you have started implementing, you will get ideas how actually it works. Okay, so otherwise I will get ideas what to be done. Okay, from here I need to move the file there. Okay, what happens once again? If I'm getting errors, I'll be getting ideas what to be done, what to be done, what to be done.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Yeah, that's what, guys. So please see, put your hands into mud, then only you'll understand what is happening. Okay, just if you are standing and watching how molds are going to be done, just you can watch it. But if you put a hand into mud to make a mold, then you'll understand how to make it. Okay, next, is there anything fast, fast, fast? We'll wrap this up. Nothing, right? Uh, Fine. I think it's done. Okay, I'll be putting this video on YouTube, guys. In the sense, you will not be getting like chats and everything. You will not get. We'll get another screen which is displaying, right? We are going to get that. Okay. Fine, guys. So we are going to wrap this here. Thank you.
So one question, sir.
Yeah.
So yesterday I asked one question. What is how to do that some ideas about full stack? As you said that payment integration has to be done.
Hmm, hmm, hmm.
So on that related, just do like keep on Google Meet like this only, sir. Just how to do that integrate that payment integration.
Oh, okay. We'll plan it because Django it requires, right?
Like we will understand how to done that.
Uh, Fine. Yeah, and have you done with Django? Like how many are
Sir,
attending? I've done with Django.
present ongoing, sir.
Ongoing with like what topics?
Now it came about authentication, sir.
Authentication in the sense you are into models, right?
Yeah, yes, sir.
So, fine. Okay, so let it complete authentication. So we'll do it. So it will be
Okay, sir.
better to create a WhatsApp group if there are any classes or updates. Just drop the details there. Hey,
Yeah,
Instagram is there, no? No one will watch or what?
yeah, sir.
Everyone will be there on Instagram.
Yeah, yeah, sir.
Fine, guys. See, I don't have any problem with this. Really interested are going to come. And I want this to be effective, like, like I am also putting some efforts. Even I need to make time, I need to do something. Okay, so I'll be having some plans. I want to make this time. Okay, fine. So let it be. So we'll wrap this here. We'll see you in the next class when it is going to be. I'll be updating on Instagram. Clear? So until that, please do prepare. And if anything is there, you come communicate with me on Instagram. Anything related, whatever it may be, you have any doubts, clear, please communicate with on Instagram. Don't have any problem. I'm open to you. Okay. No issues at all. Please do comment or communicate with that. Clear? Instagram is there, right? Anyhow, you can drop a message there itself. So I'll let you know, okay? Okay, sir, update more jobs. Yes, I'm doing that, Shidram. We'll update soon. I want to plan I am not having a time actually to make videos. That's the reason.
Yes, sir, but we are getting so less, sir, BCA recruitment.
Understood. So actually, today I got three jobs, like particular things. Let me check with that. Uh, so, yeah. So one is there. CRM is hiring. Okay, that is for B Tech, BCA, BSc. But
Yes. Sir, but our resume is not shortlisting, sir. We are uploading, applying more
that is
companies.
what I told. Resume upload and everything. Okay, if you want to get shortlist, you should have to create a resume with respect to that description.
Yes.
Okay, yesterday you were not there, no?
Yes, sir. I am not there.
Yesterday I explained about how to create resume. Okay, with cloud and everything. I explained it.
Sir, I need refer to this class, sir. That study class.
Yesterday you connect with this Shanmukh.
Okay, sir.
Shanmukh,
Ah, yes, sir.
you can please communicate with him and help him to make resume. Okay,
Okay, sir. Sure.
fine, fine,
Sir, can you
guys.
upload yesterday's video in YouTube, sir?
This I'll be uploading.
Yesterday video, sir.
Yesterday video I have not recorded. I'm very dumb fellow. I have not recorded that yesterday's video. Today I planned. Yesterday with the flow I went just okay. So today I completely planned and came. PDF generation and everything. That's the reason.
Some other guys also need to know how to create the resume for a particular job description, sir.
Okay, fine. I'll make one video on that. Okay. Otherwise, I'll make one reel on that. Reel is a better.
Okay, sir. Okay. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Fine, guys. Then till there, thank you. All the
Thank you, sir.
best.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
sir.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.